In the autumn of 1888, a series of gruesome murders gripped the impoverished district of Whitechapel, London. The perpetrator, cloaked in anonymity, would come to be known as Jack the Ripper, a name that still evokes fear and fascination over a century later. Welcome to the Dark Tomes. Join us as we unravel the chilling mystery of history's most infamous serial killer. The terror commenced on August 31st, 1888, with the discovery of Mary Ann Nichols's mutilated body in Bucks Row. Her throat had been deeply slashed, and her abdomen was viciously mutilated, signs of a killer with a grotesque obsession. Witnesses reported seeing Nichols earlier that night, walking the streets, unaware that she was being stalked by the faceless terror of Whitechapel. Just 8 days later, on September 8th, Annie Chapman's body was found in Hanbury Street. Her throat was cut with near-surgical precision, and her body was horrifically disemboweled with organs removed, a gruesome escalation in brutality. Some witnesses claimed to have seen her speaking with a mysterious man just minutes before she was killed, but no one could identify him. On the night of September 30th, the Ripper struck twice in what became known as the double event. Elizabeth Stride was discovered in Dutfield's yard with her throat slit, but no further injury, suggesting the killer may have been interrupted. Stride's murder was unusual. Her body lacked the signature mutilations of the Ripper's previous victims. Was she truly one of his, or had someone else taken advantage of the panic? Less than an hour later, Catherine Eddowes' body was found in Mitre Square, savagely disfigured with deep facial cuts and her kidney removed, a chilling signature of the murderer. Near the crime scene, a cryptic message was scrawled on a nearby wall. "The Jews are the men that will not be blamed for nothing." The message was quickly erased by police, fearful of sparking anti-Semitic riots, but its meaning remains a mystery to this day. The final and most brutal murder occurred on November 9th, when Mary Jane Kelly was found in her lodging house on Dorset Street. Her body was so extensively mutilated that even experienced investigators were left horrified. Her face was nearly unrecognizable, her body eviscerated, and internal organs strewn across the room, an act of sheer butchery that marked the final confirmed killing of Jack the Ripper.
I keep on hearing the police have caught me, but they won't fix me just yet. I have laughed when they look so clever and talk about being on the right track. That joke about leather apron gave me real fits. I am down on whores and I shan't quit ripping them till I do get buckled.
Amidst the panic, the press received letters allegedly from the killer himself. The Dear Boss letter, dated September 25, 1888, was sent to the Central News Agency and boasted of future killings. It mocked the police, stating they would never catch him, and ended with a chilling signature, Jack the Ripper, the first time the world would hear that name. The letter was initially dismissed as a hoax until the next murder, when its eerie accuracy forced investigators to reconsider. Then came the infamous From Hell letter, accompanied by half of a human kidney believed to belong to Catherine Eddowes. This letter was different. Its crude handwriting and disturbing content suggested a killer relishing in his own infamy. The letter read, "I send you half the kidney I took from one woman, fried it and ate it. It was very nice." Whether the letter was truly from the Ripper or another hoax remains debated, but it served to fuel public hysteria. The Metropolitan Police, led by Inspector Frederick Aberline, launched an extensive investigation, interviewing over 2,000 individuals and scrutinizing more than 300 suspects. They analyzed everything from eyewitness reports to the footprints left at crime scenes. Among the most infamous suspects was Montague John Druitt, a barrister whose alleged suicide in the River Thames shortly after the murders led some to suspect he was the Ripper. Then there was Aaron Kosminski, a Polish barber with a documented history of mental illness, and Michael Ostrog, a con artist and known criminal. Despite their efforts, the Ripper's identity remained evasive. The lack of forensic science meant investigators relied on witness statements and physical evidence, neither of which provided conclusive answers. The frustration mounted, and as months passed without an arrest, public criticism of Scotland Yard reached a fever pitch. Accusations of incompetence and inefficiency swirled in the press, and tensions between the police and the public ran high. The lack of forensic evidence, combined with unreliable witness accounts, left investigators chasing shadows. In desperation, authorities turned to more unconventional methods, including enlisting renowned criminal profilers of the time, but even their insights failed to produce a breakthrough. The case, once the subject of intense scrutiny, gradually grew cold, and as the killings stopped, so too did the momentum of the investigation. The Ripper had vanished as suddenly as he had appeared, leaving behind only a trail of terror and unanswered questions. Recent advancements in DNA analysis have reignited interest in Jack the Ripper's identity. One of the most debated developments centers on a silk shawl, allegedly found near the body of Catherine Eddowes. In 2014, forensic scientist Dr. Jari Louhelainen analyzed mitochondrial DNA, or mtDNA, from the shawl, linking it to both Eddowes and Aaron Kosminski, the 23-year-old Polish barber long suspected of the crimes. The findings were published in the Journal of Forensic Sciences in 2019, marking one of the most significant forensic studies tied to the case. However, the study quickly faced criticism. Experts argue that mtDNA is inherited maternally and shared among many individuals, making it insufficient for identifying a single suspect. Additionally, the shawl's provenance, or its chain of custody, is highly questionable. There is no documented proof it was collected from the crime scene in 1888. Concerns about contamination and the lack of full data transparency in the study further fuel skepticism, with many scientists questioning its reliability. While the DNA findings provide an intriguing piece of evidence, they fall short of delivering definitive proof. The controversy underscores the enduring challenge of separating fact from speculation in one of history's most infamous unsolved cases. Could forensic science finally unmask Jack the Ripper, or will the mystery remain buried in the shadows of time? Jack the Ripper's legacy is undeniable. His killings not only terrorized Whitechapel, but also ushered in the era of sensationalist crime reporting. The case inspired everything from films to conspiracy theories, with some even speculating that the killer may have been a member of the royal family or a secret agent. Despite more than a century of investigations, books, and theories, the legend of Jack the Ripper lives on. The mystery of his identity, his motives, and why he suddenly stopped killing remains one of history's greatest unsolved cases. The DNA findings may offer the closest glimpse into the Ripper's true identity, but can we ever be certain? The fog of history remains thick, and the specter of Jack the Ripper continues to lurk in the shadows, ensuring his legend will never truly be laid to rest. What if the truth was always just beyond our reach, hidden in the dark alleys of Whitechapel? If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and subscribe. I'm Roland James. Thank you for watching.